always online. Grab your headphones, it's review time. Music's the love and it's divine. Laughs and insights mixed like wine. Every strong and every beat. They analyze, they can't be beat. Tuning in on the socials meet. Join the fun and take your seat. If music's your thing, come along. Hear Amanda sing her song. Chris brings the notes all day long. Together they make us strong.
Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the show. I don't even know what to call the show right now because, normally it is Song Swap Showdown with my co-host Amanda, but it seems that I am going to be doing another solo show. So I think going forward, it's pretty much going to be, I'm going to be honest with everybody, not sure of the future of Song Swap Showdown at this moment in time. I'm going to be 1,000% transparent. I'm not sure what's going to happen with the show. I don't know if Amanda is coming back. I don't know if I'm going to even get another new co-host because as far as I've always been concerned, Song Swap Showdown has always been Amanda and I. And while we've had other guests come in and fill in and all that, the heart and soul of the show is me and Amanda. And I've always said doing the show with Amanda is one of the greatest things in my life that I love doing. And so to keep doing Song Swap Showdown without Amanda is a little weird, to be honest with you. So I am in the process of probably going to be rebranding the show as a brand new show, as a solo host, and maybe having guests and all that. So I am working on that behind the scenes. So everybody stay tight, hang tight. I appreciate everybody who's been hanging out, following the show, checking in, listening live right here on RadioGardenState.com, as well as watching us on Facebook and YouTube on the Song Swap Showdown accounts. So, yeah, I've got a lot to figure out behind the scenes to see how we're going to be doing this moving forward. But for now, I am going to keep broadcasting at least on Mondays at 8 a.m. for now. But there's going to be a lot of changes coming soon. So I just want to give everybody a heads up. But I plan on still creating content. It's just that Song Swap Showdown as the show in its current form will probably either, I'm not going to say come to a complete end, but probably going to be put on pause until I kind of know what's going on officially with what Amanda would like to do and whether or not she plans on continuing on as co-host of Song Swap Showdown. And then on top of that, if more than likely I'll be continuing on, but just calling the show something different and moving on more as a solo host with guests and things like that. So I will tell you, I am loving the top 10 list format. It's a lot of fun. This is something, as I said last week, that I've always done with my friends. I love posting it on social channels and just creating lists. I think lists in general are always fun. It gets people talking. It gets people, kind of brings out that in people, that excitement. Ooh, this and that. And, it creates a lot of great discussion. And that's all I've ever wanted to do with these shows is create discussion, have some fun. And, hopefully you guys enjoy this kind of format. So we'll see what happens moving forward. Like I said, right now, this is kind of a work in progress, and you guys are hearing it all as it's happening. I mean, this is real time. What's going on with me, what's going on with the show or shows for that matter. And, being able to broadcast live out here on Radio Garden State is something I take very seriously. So I always want to create content that people like, that will entertain and create discussions and have fun. That's all we ever really wanted to do with Song Swap Showdown and all the shows that I do. So with all that being said, I don't want to drag on and on. I want to get into today's show because today I put together a list of what I consider, this is me, what I consider to be a top 10 summer one-hit wonders. Right. Those songs that you hear during the summer incessantly throughout the years, you've heard them. But they are one-hit wonders, basically. And it doesn't mean that the bands or artists themselves didn't go on and make other songs, but it means that they had a massive, massive hit that was everywhere. You could not escape it. It was everywhere, especially during the summer. You heard it, and then that was it. It was like you never really heard from them again, or the band or artist never achieved that level of success again with a big hit. Maybe they had other great songs, right? And I'm sure they did. Most of these artists did. It's not like, they put out one song and were never we never wrote another piece of music. Most of them did, or went on to other careers. Some went into songwriting for other bands and artists. Some went into producing. Some did leave the industry, but others just kept doing music, but they never achieved the heights of that one song. So today, I put together a list of songs that I have really enjoyed, songs that I, growing up, heard all the time, especially during the summer when these songs got really, really popular and really red hot. Obviously, I'm going to be leaving off a lot of songs. I mean, it's only 10, and it's my perspective. So you guys are probably going to have some other songs that you'd want to have made your list. So listen, drop them in the comments if you're watching live, because I'll bring them up, I'll read them up, all that jazz. But also, too, post-show, leave them in the comments over on YouTube, over on Facebook, and of course also on Spotify, because you can listen to this show anywhere you get podcasts. Right now, like I said, show name may be changing, but for now, everything is being put out under the Song Swap Showdown audio feed and YouTube channel. So while you're over there, feel free to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit the share button. So that way you get notified when I go live right here on Song Swap Showdown. And also, while you're at it, follow Radio Garden State on all social media platforms at Radio Garden State, and follow us on any social media platform as well, Song Swap Showdown, and give a follow to whatever audio platform you are listening to. All right, guys, let's get into it, because we got 1 hour, and I want to get through this list. I want to say a quick good morning to my friend from the Down Under, Mr. Ian from Australia. Good morning, my friend. And of course, Dave Mattingly. Good morning, summer songsters. That's right. Good morning, Dave. Great to see you. And Dave already chiming in with some of songs on his list that would make his list. Let me just read these off really quick. He says, my summer one-hit wonders. Mungo Jerry in the Summertime, great song. The Jamies, Summertime, and Eddie Cochran, Summertime Blues. Great song. So, guys, if you're like Dave, drop them in the comments. I want to see what would make your top summertime one-hit wonder songs. Right? All right, so let's get into it. Let's get into the music. It's what we come here to talk about. Right? So let's do it. All right, so my song that I'm kicking off my list with here, and I guess it's a top 10, so I guess you could say these are in order. So I'll go starting at 10 and work my way up. Is a song that I've always loved, still love when this comes on the radio. And I remember when this was everywhere, and I mean everywhere. And the song is Flagpole Sitta by Harvey Danger. That's right, guys. Harvey Danger. Now, who out there remembers that song? Because this is a song that I think to this day is still very much played on rock radio. It was a 90s staple for sure, right? I mean, this is a staple of 90s rock radio, 100%. And this is something that I still hear pretty regularly. In fact, when I go to a lot of, bars, things of that nature, to go see bands play, this is usually a song that's in everybody's set still. And it seems that a lot of people still know this song. So I think it's pretty much still in that popular pantheon of tunes for sure. So for those of you, here's a little bit of history about Flagpole Sitta by Harvey Danger. Released as the debut single in 1998 from the album Where Have All the Merrymakers Gone, peaked at number 38 on the Billboard Hot 100 airplay, number 3 on the modern rock tracks chart, and hit number 9 in Canada. So there you go, for all our Canadian friends up there. It was recorded in June of 1996 during the Seattle music wave as a reaction to its mainstream shift. It's streamed over 113 million Spotify streams, and still, as I was saying, a mainstay of a lot of 90s alt-rock playlists. and very much considered by a lot of folks as the last alternative hit in the 1990s. I don't know if I agree with that statement. That's coming from a blog article that I was reading. I mean, it definitely was near the end, but I mean, it was released in the middle of that year, and there was so much music coming out. So I don't know if you could say it was the last alternative rock hit, but man, it is a great song. And by the way, that entire record, and I know a lot of people don't listen to records anymore, but I'm telling you, go back and revisit Where Have All the Merrymakers Gone? So one hit wonder in that way, right? Big hit, one gigantic, enormous hit. However, none of the other songs on the record really hit, and the band never really achieved that huge impact that they achieved with Flagpole Sitter. However, a lot of great songs on this record, and it's solid. It's a solid record, but this song in particular definitely stands out for sure. So let's see. Am I going to play a little bit of this? Because this has been something that I really love doing here, and I love playing a little bit of the tune. So let's do this. Let me cue up a little bit of Flagpole Sitter for those of you that do not know the song. As I cue this up here live on the air. Let's see. All right, there we go. Let's get this going. So I'm going to play like I like to do. I'm playing the songs a little too long. It's getting me in some trouble here. So even though we're on radio and I can play it, I'm just going to play a little bit of this for everybody who hasn't heard the song before. All right, little Flagpole Sitter there for you by Harvey Danger off of Where All the Merrymakers Gone, coming in at number 10 on my list of top 10 summer tunes by One Hit Wonders. Very specific. Very specific today. But you know what? I wanted to do something fun and something a little bit different than what we normally do. So Dave coming in with I always love Flagpole Sitter's line, if you're bored, then you're boring. Yeah, me too. It's such a great song. The lyrics are very, very clever in this tune, man. Very, very cool. Even the one I love the one about I want to publish scenes and Rage Against Machines. That's great. I want to pierce my tongue. It doesn't hurt. It feels fine. I very, very clever lyrics there. He's saying a friend introduced me to Harvey Danger's excellent cover of English Beats, Save It for Later. Ooh, I don't know if I've ever heard that one, Dave. I'm going to have to check that one out. That's very cool. Yeah, Ludo's Love Me Dead reminds me a lot of Flagpole Sitter. And yeah, Dave, Dave saying I actually used to publish zines. Yeah, I used to read a ton of zines. I did everything else but actually publish a zine. But I used to do these little, I used to do like reviews and stuff. I used to put out a catalog. So I used to sell like independent, like punk and hardcore records through mail order. I used to set up at shows and sell it, and I put together a little catalog, and I would put like little reviews and sometimes in there and everything like that. Not a full-on zine, but close enough where I would write it all out and go to Xerox and, you know, did the same thing as a zine, but didn't go through the giant publishing version of that. All right, so that is my number 10 pick. Let me keep moving here. My number 9 song for top 10 summertime one-hit wonders is You Get What You Give by the New Radicals. This is a really cool song, guys, and I remember hearing this one a lot down the shore. Originally released November 3rd, 1998 as a lead single from their record, Maybe You've Been Brainwashed, to reach number 36 on Billboard Hot 100 and number 1 in Canada, in New Zealand, and number 5 in the UK. Was written as a call to fly high and be completely off your head in a non-controllable world. Originally considered Tina Turner and Macy Gray for vocals before settling on Greg Alexander from the New Radicals. It was actually used as Joe Biden's theme song during his son's cancer battle. New Radicals reunited to perform this at the Biden inauguration. But man, this has always been a very, very cool tune. I like it, and it still comes on. I still hear it come up on the radio. Maybe not the staying power that it had back in the day, but when I hear this, I get taken right back to that summer in 1999, and this was everywhere. I mean, this was a really big song back in the day. So, yeah, Dave is saying 3.5 records for New Radicals. I like it a lot, but burned out hard. Yeah, it got overplayed. But going back and revisiting this for this show, I was like, man, this is a pretty solid tune. I kind of dig it. I kind of really dig this one, and I found myself like kind of being transported. So let's listen to a little bit of "You Get What You Give" by the New Radicals, so that way you guys can get a flavor, get a taste. So a little bit there of "You Get What You Give" by the New Radicals, coming in at number 9 on my list of top 10 summertime one-hit wonders. So once again, guys, let me know in the comments below what songs would make your list. What do you think of these songs so far? Dave is saying 3.5 for New Radicals. He liked it but felt burnt out. And he also really liked "Flagpole Sitta" by Harvey Danger. Also, Ian coming in with sharing some of his lists. He's saying on his list, number 10, Geronimo by Shepherd. And number 9 said, Even When I'm Sleeping by Leonardo's Bride. So Ian coming in, starting to share some of his top 10 one-hit wonder summertime tunes. So yeah, this is a song, man. New Radicals, that tune, I would hear it all the time. I mean, going down the boardwalk, so living on the East Coast in New Jersey, going down to the shore, the Jersey Shore, going down to the boardwalk. Usually, you always know what the songs of the summer are because you hear them on every single boardwalk store. All the T-shirt shops, all the game, all the game booths and all that stuff. You hear it everywhere. And then when you walk on the beach, you hear everybody's little radios going and everything. So, and back then, it was just a lot of radios tuning into whatever station was going on. And, now everybody can listen to whatever they want on the beach, like I was yesterday. But it's one of those things, man. Like you kind of yearn for those days. Like you always knew what the hit songs were by. For me, going to the shore, man. That was it. Also, Ian coming in with another share from his list, number 8. She's the One by the Cockroaches. There you go. She's the One by the Cockroaches. And Ian, just as a reminder from everybody, Ian is from Australia. So what he is sharing is based out of what they have been listening to in the Down Under. And I got to tell you, Ian has turned me on to so many cool Australian bands that I love it. I absolutely love it. So I'm glad that he's actually sharing this list because I'm going to go back and listen to a lot of these songs. All right, let's keep it moving here, guys. Number 8 on my list is Teenage Dirtbag by Wheatus, originally released on June 20th in 2000 as the lead single from Wheatus' debut. Became a teenage anthem for the early 2000s youth culture and a radio staple everywhere. You can still hear this song everywhere on TikTok. Kind of had a really, really big resurgence on TikTok. And a lot of artists have recovered this song and done their versions of it. And Wheatus is actually back out there playing again. And I actually know, I did see a thing where he had to go back. Frontman Brendan Brown had to go back and re-record the song because they had lost all the original masters and everything, and they wanted to re-record it, and also so he could own the publishing rights to this, because apparently he did not own the publishing rights to the original version, and so he went in and re-recorded it so he could own the publishing rights and also have it because the masters were apparently gone. So he describes himself as the luckiest idiot from Long Island for a song success. Absolutely remains a juggernaut of a tune. And you also hear tons and tons of bands still playing this one too in their cover band set lists. And this is some, like, I was on the boardwalk yesterday in Asbury Park and I heard it came on. I was walking through the pavilion, the convention center there, and there's a bunch of shops, and boom, I heard Teenage Dirtbag blasting out of whatever shop it was. But it's still a song that cranks, and it's a good summertime hit for sure. I mean, at least I think so. People may be like, wait, what? Teenage Dirtbag? But yeah, it is. And if you guys remember, it was released in the summer. And it was a song that hit. It was on the radio. It was everywhere. And it kept going and going and going. And then that was kind of it. Like Wheatus, once again, Wheatus, good band. They released a bunch of songs, had some good records, but never really hit the mainstream success that they did with Teenage Dirtbag, which is a great song, really fun, quirky, basically pop hit, man. And I used to, Amanda used to laugh at this all the time, but like, it's a ditty. It is a good ditty. So let's listen to a little bit of Teenage Dirtbag if this is not a song you've ever heard before, or you need a reminder. A little bit of Teenage Dirtbag there from Wheatus, and I always love this song because the minute he says, I listen to Iron Maiden, baby, with me, and I am a huge Iron Maiden fan. I'm a metalhead, and growing up listening to Iron Maiden, it was awesome hearing that lyric and that song. So instantly, also, not only is the song catchy as hell, but also lyrics like that. Just, I'm such a sucker for like pop culture references, and a lyric that says, "I'm a teenage dirtbag, baby. Listen to Iron Maiden, baby, with me." Oh yeah. That's all. Is that all you ever want in life? Is somebody who also listens to the same music you do? Isn't that great? Oh man, I love it. Yeah, Dave coming in, rating this song is a 4.0 for Wheatus. So he also let us know too, guys. Like, we normally on Song Swap Showdown, we rate songs on a scale of 1 to 5 records, with 1 being a skip and 5 being what we call heavenly music to our ears. So how would you rate these songs too on a scale of 1 to 5 records? I love this song. I think it's great. I don't know if it's a 5 record for me, Dave. I mean, it made this list, but I would say this is probably a 4.5 record for me, though. It's very fun. And then Dave was also coming in and saying Matthew Milligan from Wheatus is one of the co-hosts of the Weird Al Goratham podcast. So there you go. There you go. All right. So moving along on my list, just to recap real quick what we've covered already. Number 10 was, of course, Flagpole Sitta by Harvey Danger. Number 9 was You Get What You Give by the New Radicals. And number 8, as we just covered right there, was Teenage Dirtbag by Wheatus. All right, here we go. Another jam. My number 7 jam is, no shocker, another 90s era song, actually released in 1990, became a U.S. hit in 1991, and was everywhere in the year that I was in my junior year of high school. And I had just started this when this song had come out. And I remember the song got big. And I also remember driving down to the shore. And this was on every radio station constantly, and also being played down the shore. So the song is Right Here, Right Now by Jesus Jones. That's right. That is right. Released in September 1990, peaked at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart and topped the modern rock chart. It was written about the fall of the Berlin Wall at the time and optimism around the world. I remember that. I remember when the Berlin Wall came down. For some of our younger listeners born after that, obviously you don't remember it. Or maybe you were too young to remember it, but I remember when it came down. I'm sure some of the other older listeners who were in my age range absolutely remember how iconic of a moment that was and how unbelievable that was. And it all seemed to happen so fast when it did happen. And so there was a lot of songs written about that, the fall of the Berlin Wall around that time. It was also featured very, very heavily in a lot of 90s commercials and political ads. So this song, as if hopefully these guys own the publishing and licensing to this, because this song got licensed in a lot. And this was also kind of like a little bit of like that alternative rock dance kind of tunes that were coming out around that time. Very cool tune though, man. Very, very cool tune, and still hear it all the time. Still very much a staple on alternative rock radio. You hear it in New York radio. You can hear it on Sirius XM. Shows up in tons of playlists. And I love it, man. I don't know why. Yeah, Dave is saying a lot of people hate on Jesus Jones, but I've always liked Right Here. I think it's a great song, man. It's a really catchy tune. It's a very well written song. I would love to actually hear an update of this song. Maybe by somebody else, another artist up there, kind of take their take on it. But it is very, very good. I like it. I like it a lot. So for those of you that do not remember Right Here, Right Now, I'll give you a little sampling of it. So that way you guys can remember. And for those of you that don't, actually too, I think that, yes, it was featured in the High School Musical soundtrack, from what I understand, that they did a version of Right Here, Right Now. So let's play a little bit of that for everybody right here, right now. Here we go. It's a really catchy tune. For the time, it still holds up, man. Also a pretty good record if you listen to the entire record. Yeah, so there you go. A little bit of Right Here, Right Now by Jesus Jones, all for the record, Doubt, released in September 1990, and of course, as I said, becoming a huge hit in 1991. And, there is something very, very 80s about that tune, right? Because, coming out in the very early 90s, like 1990, and then actually hitting in 1991. Had a very 80s feel, almost like a very maybe a Tears for Fears a little bit, right? Or Outfield, kinda. But just you could see the progression. You could hear the influences. Anyway, always love that song. I think it holds up. Definitely a good one-hit wonder summer song. Unfortunately, the band never achieved, at least here in America, another huge hit like that one. But it's very cool. Dave saying, Right Here, Right Now always felt like a nice pair to Primitive Radio Guides standing outside a broken phone booth. Oh my God, Primitive Radio Guides. Wow. Dave, loving it. Loving with the deep cut there, Dave. Good one. So that was my number 7 song on my top 10 list of summertime one-hit wonders. Let's keep it going, guys. Here is one. I'm going to go back to the year of 1983. Let's dial it back to 1983. And this was a huge hit of a movie. Huge hit of a film featured on the movie soundtrack for Flashdance. There you go, Flashdance. And of course, I am talking about the 1983 song released by Michael Sembello, Maniac. 19 released in 1983, reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and stayed there for 2 weeks. Originally written about a horror movie killer before being reworked for the dance film, helped Flashdance become one of the most iconic 1980 films and soundtrack successes. This was a huge soundtrack back in the day and earned a Grammy nomination for Best Album and Original Score. So, of course, this song and video, which features clips from the film, has been parodied so many times over the years. But when I think back to the summer of 1983, when this film came out, man, this was everywhere. Maniac. You heard it everywhere. This was a huge summertime hit. Also in workouts and all. I mean, you still hear. I was doing spin class not too long ago, like pre-COVID, and Maniac was on the soundtrack. Like, people still love this song, man. It still has some staying power for sure. And as much as, some people may roll their eyes on it, this is a great piece of like 1980s movie soundtrack, just music score, and you think about like things from like Rocky, all the Rocky films, especially Rocky 4, great killer soundtrack. So many good songs off that. Iconic. A lot of iconic songs came out of the 80s released on these movie soundtracks. Ghostbusters, Power of Love. These are great songs. But when you think about, when we're just going to kind of put it in a box of one-hit wonders, Michael Sembello, great composer, great musician, but this was definitely his biggest hit of all time. Biggest hit. So, reaching number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, Maniac by Michael Sembello. Yeah, Dave coming in with 2.8 records for Michael Sembello. For Flashdance songs, I prefer Irene Cara's What Are You Feeling? Yeah, another huge hit off that record for sure. Absolutely. So, what do you guys think of Maniac? Let me know in the comments below. So, here we go. Once again, as we like to do, we like to play a little bit of the tunes here so you guys get a flavor for it. So let's play a little bit of Maniac here by Michael Sembello for your listening pleasure. These lyrics are literally the film, by the way. The lyrics are literally the film. It tells you the entire plot of the film. Huge soundtrack, guys. Wow. This brings me right back.
Just a steel town girl on a Saturday night, looking for the fight of her life. In the real time world, no one sees her at all. They all say she's crazy, locking rhythms to the beat of her heart, changing woman into life. She has danced into the danger zone when the dancer becomes a dance. It can cut you like a knife if the gift becomes a fire. On the wire between will and what will be. She's a maniac on the floor.
Oh, yeah. There we go. A little bit of Michael Sembello, Maniac, coming off the Flashdance soundtrack, is my number 6 pick for top 100. Top 10. God, if we were doing 100, I'd be here for days. Top 10 one-hit wonder of the summer. That's right. All right, here we go. Moving into my top 5 tunes. And just to recap, so obviously Michael Sembello, Maniac, was my number 6 song. Right Here, Right Now by Jesus Jones was number 7. Little bit of, before that, we heard a little Teenage Dirtbag by Weedus. And we heard, of course, You Get What You Give by the New Radicals and Flagpole Sitta by Harvey Danger. All right, moving into my top 5. Love this song. I play it all the time still. And I talk about a song that was definitely played down the Jersey Shore all the time. I can't tell you how many trips driving down the shore, and this song would be on the radio, and everybody would be singing it, and it still comes on today, and I still think people go wild for it. It's a great song, at least in my eyes, and that is Unbelievable by EMF. That's right. This song is freaking awesome. It's awesome. It is a great song. It gets you moving. It gets people excited. And I really dig it. It's a great song. This is a good summer song. Released in 1990 as a debut single from the record Schubert Dip, hit number 1 on Billboard Hot 100 in July of 1991 and hit number 10 globally, was a top 10 hit. Features a sample, by the way, because everybody's like, it is sampled by Andrew Dice Clay. That is an Andrew Dice Clay sample for show. This was definitely when we were talking about like sort of that 90s alt dance music kind of thing. This is one of those songs, another big song that had like 90s. It was rock, but it was also dancey, and you could still dance to it. Very clubby, very like European, just very cool. And you can still hear this song is still used in montages for tons of ads and sports today. I mean, even I was at Giant Stadium this last weekend watching a preseason game, and freaking EMF came on. Like, they played unbelievable. So this song is still being rocked out in stadiums everywhere. People love this song. This is a great song. Played this on the boat. Went on a nice little boat trip for our friend's 40th birthday 2 weeks ago, and we played it, and everybody on the boat, we were all rocking to it. Very cool song. It is a great summer song. It's a great anytime song, honestly. I feel like the song is definitely a party whenever you put it on, but it kind of hits a little bit different in the summer, don't you think? And definitely was something that I heard on the boardwalk constantly when this was out and happening. So here's a little bit of "You're Unbelievable" by EMF right here, right now. Let's do it. Oh! I mean, come on. Let's go. Gotta be moving, right?
Unbelievable.
Oh man, what a great song. This song is just so much fun to listen to. And I love the way he sings this song, and I'm gonna shoot through and it's just great. it's a fun ditty for sure. It is a ditty, but it was the band's biggest hit, and definitely a summer staple as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, Dave, 4.3 for EMF. Still very catchy. That's right. On a scale of 1 to 5 records, with 1 being a hard skip pass, all up to 5 records was heavily music to our ears. Going on an eternity playlist. EMF is 4.3 for Dave. Dave, I'm right there with you, buddy. I'm probably even going to go a little bit higher. This song holds up. Holds up. Ian coming in with a 4.0. Oh, Randall. Sorry, not Ian. Randall, our friend from Canada, coming in with a 4.0 for this. But yeah, Dave's saying, I forget which comedian said, but EMF has the best musical sample. Yeah, they really do. It is awesome. Excellent stuff. So that's why it's number 5 on my list of top 10 summertime one-hit wonders. For sure. Great song. Great song. All right, I'm going to check in with Ian real quick, too, because Ian's been ever so great, very nicely, generously sharing his top 10 list of summertime one-hit wonders. And last we checked in, he had number 8, She's the One by the Cockroaches. His number 7 is Slice of Heaven by Dave Dobbin. Number 6, Buses and Trains by Bachelor Girl. Number 5, Mouth by Meryl Bainbridge. So there we go. Moving up the charts on Ian's list. So Ian, thank you so much for sharing your list with all of us. And once again, guys, if you're just tuning out, let us know what some of your summertime one-hit wonder songs still hit for you today. What would make your list? Put it in the comments below. And if you're listening to this on Spotify and it's after the live, drop it in there. Would love to see it. Also on YouTube. And make sure, if you're watching this too, hit that subscribe button over on YouTube, and the like button and the share button, so that way you get notified when we go live. And also be sure to follow Radio Garden State on all socials at Radio Garden State. And of course, listen to Radio Garden State on RadioGardenState.com, the Odyssey app, TuneIn app, and radio.net, because we got tons of great shows and tons of great music streaming here 24/7 right here on Radio Garden State Love Radio Garden State. Guys are the best. All right, and Ian, one more song before we get into it. Ian saying number 4, He's Gonna Step on You Again by the Party Boys. All right, guys, here we go. My last 4 tunes. And by the way, I don't know if this is my definitive list, but right now this is the list I'm feeling now. It is the list I'm feeling now. And this is a song that everybody in the world knows. Everybody in the world knows this song. This is a great song, man. In fact, I don't know. Maybe it should be my number 1. No, it's all right. It's like I said, this list. It's hard to put this stuff in order, but for today's purposes, it's in order. But number 4 is "Walking on Sunshine" by Katrina and the Waves. Guys, come on! What a great banger of a song! You put this song on, you can't help but not feel amazing. This is a song that definitely was everywhere. Still played today. Still played on every 80s channel, on almost every playlist I see. Katrina and the Waves, "Walking on Sunshine." In fact, I always love that scene in High Fidelity with Jack Black where he walks in, and you guys know the scene I'm talking about if you've ever seen High Fidelity, and they're listening to Belle and Sebastian. He turns it off, throws in a cassette, and boom, it's Katrina and the Waves, "Walking on Sunshine," and Jack Black is dancing around a store, acting like a maniac. It's great. It is an awesome, awesome song. Katrina and the Waves, "Walking on Sunshine" is an ultimate feel-good song. You can't help but want to dance and go nuts and just be in a good move instantly. Yes, Dave saying Katrina gets it done every time, guys. I dare you. If you are feeling blue, if you are feeling down in life, and you need an instant pick-me-up, I promise you, I make this guarantee, and I don't guarantee a lot, but I will guarantee you this, that "Walking on Sunshine" is a song that will lift your spirits. So, let's get into a little bit of "Walking on Sunshine" by Katrina and the Waves. Let's hear it. I mean, come on. Boom. Boom. Awesome. I agree with Dave. 5.0 for Katrina and the Waves. Perfect song. Perfect song. This song is still played everywhere. I hear every band has this in their repertoire. Every cover band. I mean, let's go, guys. This is perfect songwriting. Such a great song. But I'm telling you guys, if you need a quick pick-me-up in life, life can be hard. There's a lot of craziness going on in the world right now, and I get it. But if you need a quick pick-me-up, "Walking on Sunshine," Katrina and the Waves. Excellent, excellent song. Released in 1983, and then re-recorded and re-released in 1985 for the global launch. The album "Walking on Sunshine" reached number 9 in the U.S., number 8 in the U.K., and number 4 in Australia. Written by Kimberly Rue and intended as just a piece of simple fun despite the band's general neurotic vibe. And this continues to be a summer jam, guys. This is on everybody's summer jams. This is just an excellent song, and you still hear this a lot in commercials. You hear it and see it in movie montages. This song has got staying power. I mean, released in 83, and in the year 2025, this song still hits to me just as good as it did back in the day and still feels fantastic. Fantastic. Dave is saying, "I believe I own that Katrina record album in multiple formats, cassette, CD, and maybe LP." I hope LP. Man, what a great pickup on that on LP. Great song, guys. I'm actually really starting to think I should have put this at number 1. Number 4 may be too low considering now the other songs that I got on my list. But hey, you know what? This is where I was at when I put this list together. This is just a 10. It's 10. It's a top 10, but it's 10. It's 10 songs that I think are just great summertime one-hit wonder jams. Ian coming in with another pick on his list. Number 3, "Man Overboard" by Do Re Mi. There you go. Another great one. Thank you, Ian, for sharing. All right. Moving in to my number 3 tune of my top 10 summertime jams, one-hit wonders. And this is a song that it's not exactly, I wouldn't say it's not like a Katrina in a waves, but I think this is a really great song. And I remember when this came out in 1994, it was another movie soundtrack song that was huge. Lisa Loeb has gone on to release other humongous, other great tunes, but nothing ever hit the way that Stay did. Originally released on the film for Reality Bites, it was featured in that film. It was a #1 hit. And to this day, I think, yeah, it actually is. It is the first song to ever hit #1 on a Billboard Hot 100 by an unsigned artist. Lisa Loeb at the time was unsigned. She was not on a record label. She was making her own music. And of course, I always love the story behind this because I'm a huge Ida fan. So look up Ida. But they were all, I'm not going to go deep into it, but there's a band, Ida. You guys should check out Ida. They're the greatest. Also New York, Elizabeth Mitchell. And they're also they're on their song and all this. And anyway, check it out. But Stay is a great song. Ethan Hawke, who was a friend and co-star in the film, helped her land the spot on the soundtrack. And the rest is history, guys, because it cemented Lisa Loeb's career as an artist. Once again, she never hit that huge milestone of what Stay achieved, but she's gone on to have an amazing career, has written so many great songs. I love Lisa Loeb. I think she's great. Her songwriting's great. Her voice is beautiful. And this song is awesome. And it still is awesome. It has stayed. It has stayed in, I think, popular music for a very long time. So, I don't know. There's not much more to say about the song other than it is absolutely amazing. So, for those of you that don't know the song or haven't heard it in a while, it's a great tune, man. Stay. And I know this is still something too. I go to a lot of karaoke bars and people still do Stay. This is a song that people come up to really showcase their vocal. But great song.
You say I only hear what I want to. You say I talk so all the time, so and I thought what I felt was simple, and I thought that I don't belong, and now that I am leaving, now I know that I did something wrong, 'cause I missed you. Yeah, I missed you.
Great song, guys. Excellent tune. If you haven't heard in a while, go back and listen to it. And I got to tell you, I know it's a slower tune, but this was everywhere back in the day. And if you never saw Reality Bites, great movie, by the way. Excellent film. And, it's very much a product of the 90s, so it's a perfect, time capsule. Everybody talks about this, and I love Singles, which is another perfect capsule of 90s, era grunge, rock music, alternative, but also Reality Bites. Always love that movie. Winona Ryder, I think, is excellent in it. Very cool movie. I remember going to see it in the theaters. And Reality Bites is an excellent soundtrack, too, when we talk about, soundtracks. I know Timmy Goodtunes here on Radio Garden State, Movie Tunes, every Friday night, 8 o'clock, covers a movie soundtrack from start to finish. I believe he's done Reality Bites in the past, and it's a great movie soundtrack, man. Love it. Dave coming in, 3.3 for Lisa Loeb. Liked her music well enough, but never ever really pursued it. All right. Well, Dave has spoken, guys. What do you think of Stay? Let me know in the comments. Ian also sharing his number 2 song on his list, Caught in a Crowd by Kate Miller Heldke. I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with Heldke. All right, guys, we're getting close to the end here of the list, right? So I'll cover what we've gone over real quick. And by the way, Randall coming in at 4.5 for him. Here's what we've covered on the list. We just heard Stay by Lisa Loeb, Katrina and the Waves, Walking on Sunshine, of course. We heard EMF, Unbelievable, made my list. Michael Cimbello, Flashdance, Maniac, coming off the Flashdance soundtrack right here, right now by Jesus Jones. Another good one. We heard Wheatus, Teenage Dirtbag, We heard the New Radicals all the way back there too, with the very good, very addictive song, You Get What You Give. And Harvey Danger, Flagpole Sitta. All right, here we go. Moving right along. Here's another great, great tune that makes my list. This is by the band Deep Blue Something, Breakfast at Tiffany's. I'm gonna say this is a really good song, and people are gonna be like, "How could you put this over Katrina and the Waves?" Honestly, I don't even know. It makes no sense, other than the fact that I'm a huge Audrey Hepburn fan, and I love Breakfast at Tiffany's, one of my favorite movies of all time. So I just love this song. But man, this is an extremely infectious song, released in 1995 from their album Home. Hit number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100 and went to number 1 in the UK, loosely based on, of course, Roman Holiday, the Audrey Hepburn's first film with Gregory Peck. But Breakfast at Tiffany's sounded better in the lyrics, they said. The band never really duplicated the success of this song, but it is a great song, and this is another karaoke staple that I hear all the time in karaoke bars. Great song, and it comes on a lot during summertime jams. It's on a lot of summertime jams. So, yeah, Deep Blue Something does it great. Exactly. Amanda would probably call it whiny, like Dad Board Confessional. Yeah, probably. More than likely. I don't know if Amanda would like this song. I don't know. We'd have to see. I'd have to ask her about it. But all right, so yeah, here's some Breakfast at Tiffany's by Deep Blue Something. Let me get that going. There we go. Here we go. If you guys have ever heard this one, this is a great song, man. This is a fun one. This is definitely a ditty for sure. A ditty.
You'll say we've got nothing in common, no common ground to start from, and we're falling apart. You'll say the world has come between us, our lives have come between us. Still I know you just don't care. And I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany? She said, I think I remember the film, and as I recall, I think we both kinda liked it. And I said, well, that's the one thing we got.
Oh man, love that song. Great song. And I put it at my number 2 on my list. So, all right, guys, here we go. Oh, you know what? Let me read some of the comments real quick before I give my number 1 here. 4.9 for Deep Blue Something, Dave Mattingly. Randall coming in. It's a good song for around the summer fire pit. Brings back great memories. See, yes, exactly, guys. It is great for that. Perfect for that. Love it. It is a good summertime song, especially too as we get deeper, right? As I'm recording this, it's August 2025. Summer's, it's on its way out, guys, unfortunately. But hey, we still got September. And September, you still have a lot of summer left. It's just that it's sort of August, Labor Day weekend, sort of the end of the summer holiday, so to speak. But this is a great song. And I agree with Randall. Sitting around fire pits, Deep Blue Something comes on. Everybody knows the lyrics. Everybody knows the words. All right. Here comes my number 1. Now, I got to be honest with you. My number 1 was tied. I had a tied number 1. So, I'm going to cheat and give you 2 number 1s because they're both tied for songs for what I consider to be one-hit wonder summer tunes that are on all the time and everybody digs and everybody loves, especially me. This is why I have 2 number 1s. Yeah, and before that, Ian's revealing his number 1. Number 1 for me has to be my favorite singer, Katie Noonan, who has only really charted once with her song Time to Begin. So Ian's number 1 song is by Katie Noonan, who has only really charted with the one song, Time to Begin. So there you go. Counts as a one-hit wonder. Once again, one-hit wonders doesn't mean this band or artist is bad. It just means they never achieved the commercial success that they did with that one song, that one hit song. Many other great songs, but this one song is the one that really skyrocketed them. And here is my one, my tie for number one. Len, Steal My Sunshine. Oh my God, this song is phenomenal. This is the ultimate summer jam. This is on everybody's playlist. I've already heard this song probably 300 times this summer. And it was released in 1999, June 22nd, and first appeared on the soundtrack for the movie of Go, another soundtrack tune. Peaked at number 9 in the U.S. Hot 100 and in top 10 in multiple countries, and number 1 in Canada. It's sampled the disco track more. And has this just great vibe to it, man. I mean, this is an ultimate summer tune. It was shot in Daytona Beach. If you watch the music video, it's even a perfect music video. Shot on a budget of $100,000. It includes scooters and partying, and has that whole elevator scene and all that. It is the perfect summer jam. And in fact, Rolling Stone magazine ranks it among the best summer songs of all time. Man, great song. Yeah, Randall coming in with, yeah! I'm going to give one a ring. That's right, Len, Steal My Sunshine. And this song, man, is just great. I mean, I'm telling you, this is still a banger of a song. Great summertime ditty. And brings all the vibes. All the vibes. Band never really hit anything even close to this song ever again. But it's a banger. There's a little bit of it. Absolutely great tune.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah, Tim.
Hey, you talked to Mark lately?
I haven't really talked to him, but he looks pretty down.
My number one. This is my number one. Tied for number one, because I have another number one.
Maybe we should.
Because I just couldn't decide.
What do you suppose we should do?
Well, does he like butter tarts?
I was lying on the grass of Sunday
It's got that reggae, ska feel, disco, awesome.
My mind was thugged, all laced and bugs, all twisted, wrong and beat. Uncomfortable on 3 feet deep. Now the fuzzy stare from not being there on a confusing morning week. Impair my tribal lunar speak. And of course you can't become if you only say what you would have done. So I missed a million miles of fun. I know it's up for me.
If you steal my sunshine,
Making sure I'm not in too deep.
if you steal my sunshine,
Keep me bursting on my feet.
if you steal my sunshine.
Oh, there it is, man. Steal My Sunshine by Len. You Can't Stop the Bum Rush, released in 1999. This song holds up, guys. It is a great time capsule of that time and one of the perfect summer jams for sure. One hit wonder, summertime jam, Len, Steal My Sunshine, should be on everybody's list. Ian saying, didn't realize it sampled more. Great disco song. Yeah, yep, definitely sampled that one. Very good. And Dave coming in, 4.8 for Len on a scale of 1 to 5 records. Great call on that. And then Dave was saying today, my big winner today for him out of the list is Katrina and the Waves 5.0 with Something, right? 4.9, and Harvey and Len close behind 4.8. So these are Deep Blue Something 4.9. Harvey Danger and Len with a 4.8. All right, guys, here is my number one song. I had a tied number one once again. Couldn't make a call, couldn't make a decision, so I'm like, screw it. This is my show. It's my list. I got 2 number ones. My number one song. It is a song that, man, it's another one that was appeared on the soundtrack as well, and kind of had a whole resurgence, but it was always a big tune. Even was released in 1979 and has great staying power. Can anybody guess what this is? Anybody? Released in 1979 from the record Get the Knack. Here we go. My Sharona by the Knack spent 6 weeks at number 1 on a Billboard Hot 100, a top-selling song of 1979. Originally written for Doug Fieger's girlfriend, Sharon Alperin, her photo even appeared on the single cover. It was Capitol Records' fastest-selling debut single since the Beatles, guys. Unbelievable. This is a power pop anthem on everybody's summer songs. Band's only huge number 1 hit. That was it. Now, other great songs. Knack is a great band. Love the Knack. Awesome band. Awesome mod. Power pop band. But their only number one hit, huge tune, still dominates, still on everybody's list. Unbelievable. My Sharona also appeared on the Reality Bites soundtrack. So look at that. 2 Reality Bites songs. And I remember this song got such a huge resurgence when it appeared in Reality Bites. So for those of you that don't know the Knack, here we go. My Sharona. I don't know who doesn't know this song, but this is on my list for number 1 tunes.
The game begins before.
Whoops. What is going on there? Let's take that again. Let's take that again. So my number 1 song here, let's try to get this going because for whatever reason, this is not going the way I want it to with, live radio being what it is, trying to get the songs that you always want to have on when you're ready to play them. Oh, of course. Of course this is happening. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. Of course, the entire time I'm playing all these songs, it's going great up until just now. So let's go this route instead. Sorry, guys. Bear with me here as I get this up. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You go to play a song and ads come up. Here we go. All right. Here we go, guys. Now we're going to do this right. Jesus. Here we go. Live radio. I would be fired if this was for real. Let's do it. All right, so there you guys go. That is my number 1 pick, my co-number 1 for my top 100 one-hit wonder songs of all time. I guess it's not an all-time list, but it's my top 10 list. And so the Knack with My Sharona sharing the number 1 spot with Len Steele, My Sunshine. So, yeah, he coming in. Radio Garden State, you can't fire you. You're a star. Well, thank you, Ian. I appreciate it. Yeah, hey, this is what happens on live radio sometimes. It's technical, and when you're using multiple audio sources, this just happens. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you listening today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this top 10 list. Kind of going with this format right now. And as I said at the start, more than likely going to be launching a new brand and all that stuff because I'm not quite sure what's happening with Amanda and if Song Swap Showdown will continue in this format, but maybe putting the show on pause and starting something new. If you guys like this top 10 format list stuff, let me know. I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments. Let me know what other lists you want me to create, other themes along these lines in the world of music. I love doing these. I have a lot of fun putting them together. So hopefully you guys enjoy it as much as I have fun putting these together. So guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Follow Radio Garden State all day long. Listen to Radio Garden State all day long. Follow Radio Garden State at Radio Garden State on Instagram, and of course RadioGardenState.com, and you listen to the Odyssey app, TuneIn app, and of course radio.net. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube if you're watching Song Swap Showdown, and listen to this anywhere you get podcasts. All right, guys, have a great rest of the week. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and hopefully you enjoyed today's show. Thank you, Ian. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Randall, all for checking in today. Appreciate you guys. And for anybody else that was listening in, and for anybody else watching live, appreciate you guys so much. And I will see ya next time. Thanks for watching.